What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast. I'm joined by my best friend next door, and he's really cool, and I like him a lot. Cole DeSilva. What's up, dog?
What's up, G? How are you?
Doing great. My voice is recovering. I'm like sucking on halls right now.
I like that. Do you have any tea, or are you just fucking supplementing halls the all day?
Well, yesterday, so for those of you guys that like a little bit of backstory, I just spoke in front of 8,700 people in Salt Lake City, Utah. And when I say spoke, I mean screamed for fucking 11 hours. I was the guy that was like the hype man, so I was literally screaming my face off for like 11 hours. And I came back into work and I just started working because that's what I do. I just don't ever take days off ever. And then yesterday I did a hypnosis, and usually during my hypnosis, I'm like conscious and present, but I literally passed the fuck out as soon as she started talking. And then when I woke up 45 minutes later, I could just like feel my throat, like I couldn't speak. So I decided to just take yesterday completely off of my phone and not speak. And my voice is starting to recover. And I did. So long answer to your question. I was drinking tea like all day yesterday, but I haven't drank any today. Sucking on the
Fucking bet. I was literally gonna fucking lay you up into your speaking event. So I'm glad that you spoke about that. Perfect. Good.
Dude, I will say this for those of you guys, I don't know who fucking does this, but Magnesium Calm. Does anybody else drink Magnesium Calm?
Right, so good.
Dude, Magnesium Calm as like a nighttime thing is a fucking vibe.
So good. Literally fucking like calms me right out.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Anyways, guys, if you are listening to this podcast right now and you are absolutely fucking silly and you haven't gotten a ticket to the Challenges to Champions Virtual Summit yet, this is an invitation for you to do so. Cole and I we've invested over $150,000 into this event with all the speakers and the setup and the lighting and the sound. It's going to be fucking sick. And so for those of you guys that haven't gotten a ticket yet, I highly recommend that you get a ticket. This isn't just going to be like a live stream on a Zoom call. Cole and I put together a production, and we plan on delivering a ton of actionable value to you this Friday and Saturday. So it's going to be 12 to 4 p.m. PST, Friday and Saturday. Also, we did decide that we're going to open up the Sunday morning sessions. So if you're listening to this right now and you want to learn from Garrett Gunderson and Eli Wild, who are literally two goats that we paid a lot of money to come speak, get your ticket to the Challenges to Champions Virtual Summit. Go to www.challenges2champions.com. Right now, you can get them for 75% off, and the pre-sale expires tomorrow. So get them right now. With that being said, let's bring on some clients. This is Pod Chats. Our clients get to ask us anything. And the first guy that we have up is a man that I got to meet in person for the first time last weekend. It was actually weird. He like wanted to meet me in person, and I like had a super busy day with like the event setup. But when I was going to set up the event, this motherfucker was there. What's up, Paul?
What's up, guys? What's going on? Yeah, I just wanted to hop on and just like express my utmost fucking gratitude for both you guys, right? Like, yes, I was there. I actually hid in the back VIP room while security was trying to kick me out just so I can meet you and fucking Cole, right? Because I have a fucking big ass mission I'm on, and I will do everything. And in fact, we actually got handed up the next day by security, but he was too short to tell me shit. So we ended up talking with the muscle and everything. So yeah, man, I just want to fucking just come on there and like, yo, seeing you on stage, man, that like hyped me up, you know, because I have, as you guys know, I have a crazy ass fucking story that needs to get out there, and I plan to be on stages as well. And just knowing where you came from and knowing that you've said this shit over and over, and I always hear you talking about it, and to see you up there, like super just like inspire me, bro. You truly live what you say, and I just really appreciate that.
I need to say something about that, and this is for everybody listening. If you have a fucking dream and you have a goal and you literally don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about you, and you're willing to be absolutely savage and relentless and fucking unstoppable, and you're willing to jump into opportunities that you're not ready for and like fail miserably in the process, if that's what it takes, like you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Like I've never spoken on stage in front of fucking 9,000 people. I've never done that, but I was like, if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail full speed, baby. So like, bro, I think that you're on the path right now. You just hosted your first event. So for those of you guys that don't know Paul Casey's story, he was an ex-con. He got out of that life. He fucking turned his life around. He's changing his life, built a fitness business, and now he just hosted his first event. That's the path that Cole and I took, bro. We hosted our first event back in 2021. Our second event in 2022, it was a little bit bigger. Third event was a little bit bigger than that. Then we hosted an event with Clean Health, which was a lot bigger than that, with 300 people. And then I spoke in front of 3,000 people in Vegas, and then 9,000 in fucking Utah. So like, I want everyone to write this down. The universe is only going to give it to you when you're ready for it. It's only going to give it to you when you're ready for it. Bro, if I would have gotten that speaking gig 3 years ago, I would have fucking sounded like an idiot on stage. But because I've been through so much now, and like I've had so much reference experience, done 1,000 podcast episodes, spoken on stage like 5-6 times, like by the time I had this opportunity, I was ready for it. So for those of you guys that are discouraged because you haven't achieved it yet, you're like, oh, like, why haven't I made that 10K yet? Like, why haven't I made that 20K? Like, why haven't I fucking got my shot? Why haven't I popped on social media? Because you're not ready for it. You think you want to blow up on social media, but then as soon as you get a hate comment, you come crying to me and Cole that you're fucking getting hate on your shit, right? So it's like the universe is gonna give it to you when you're ready for it. But yo, I appreciate you. I see you, bro. If it's a dream that you have and you believe in it, you can achieve anything you set your fucking mind to.
Absolutely.
Let's fucking go.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you, bro. Are you coming to fucking Houston to watch me and Janelle compete?
When's that?
October 21st. I figured that like I may as well let you know of any opportunities that I'm going to be in the States because you can't come to Canada.
I know. October 21st.
Look into it.
I'm actually gonna be in Texas. I'm going to Jen Gottlieb's event.
Oh, sick. There's a lot of motherfuckers coming to that. When's Jen Gottlieb's event?
The 21st through the 23rd.
Crazy.
Houston, you said?
Yes, sir.
How far is that from Dallas? I'll figure that out.
I like you.
Yeah, I'll be in Dallas for her events, a 3-day event, because she specializes in getting people on TV, and I'm gonna get my ass on TV too.
I like that, bro. Very cool.
3 hours, I can get there in 2 then.
I like it, bro. Good to see you.
Fuck yeah, bro. I'll get more information on it.
My man. What's up, B? Brandon Roberts.
Yo, what is going on, guys? First off, Brian, way to absolutely crush it, dude. You on the stage, just echoing so much inspiration out to so many people. Absolutely epic. I remember I sent you a message. I was like, you're totally in your element. And I think that's like you. You're like Tyson in the boxing ring when you're on a stage. You're just like in your zone. So congrats for crushing it. Just wanted to jump on here quick. One, first and foremost, just to express gratitude, because it's just like every day is a fucking dream that we're online coaches and just making money, changing lives. Over the past week, I got like tagged by my clients from posts that I didn't even tell them to make. You know, they just like made these posts, nice, big, long, juicy ones on how they like their life has changed, you know. It's not a financial win whatsoever, but like seeing that and hearing that impact is like, it's so huge. Plus the money's good too. I signed some new clients and got some renewals. So that's always fun too. That's my win and my gratitude. Got so much gratitude for you boys. My question, I remember I had a really productive call with Janelle last Friday, actually. And we kind of went towards the direction of, I'm kind of going to be like pivoting my avatar a little bit more towards women, because I've just been kind of like reading the words on the wall, and like 80% of my client roster, they're women. They're usually in their 40s, 50s, 60s even. And they're usually just trying to get their metabolism right, lose weight, drop fat, build muscle. They're all giving me, that they're doing this for like the fact that they want to be around and be around for their kids and their family. And where my struggle is like, I'm a young guy. I don't have kids. I'm not a woman. I'm not a grandparent or nothing. So I'm just like trying to figure out how I would be able to like come across as like value to that audience when I haven't really like walked that path. I've walked my own path of weight loss in general, but like the women that come to me, I feel kind of abridged so far from that I don't know how to like help in that aspect. But the reason that I'm shifting to this avatar though, is because when I was like, literally Janelle told me, she's like, Brandon, I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to tell you your avatar because I told her a story of how my grandma, she passed away, and in her later years of life, she was, heavier and her body was weaker just from years of inactivity and things like that. And that was kind of my personal reason why I wanted to serve women that are like aging. I want to help them age with grace and be strong and, things like that. Because I know if my personal grandma, I know if she had that, if a little bit of extra training, maybe she would have been around a little bit longer, a little bit more quality towards those later years in life. And that's how I can like relate to this avatar. But I just don't know how to like how to make that connection. If what I'm saying here is everything that I'm saying making sense.
It is. So to paint this picture, I'm going to give you a scenario. So your avatar is 40 to 50-year-old women, correct?
Right. It seems like they get the best value.
I know. I got you. I want to just a little bit of context. So if that's the case, I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios. I'm a 40 to 50-year-old woman. I come on social media and I see 3 different photos. Photo number 1 is Brandon Roberts with his shirt off in the gym, jacked, screaming. Okay. Photo number 2 is Brandon Roberts looking like almost like casual streetwear, but like looks good. Photo number 3 is Brandon Roberts in a suit, like looking professional. Which one is the most appealing?
To who?
To your avatar.
Dude, the casual one?
You nailed it. So the reason I painted that picture for you is I want you to understand that you don't need to be your avatar in order to attract them. You just need to know what they'd be looking for. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's like, you need to understand, like, if I'm a coach that wants to work with males that are competitors, then it would make sense for me to be posting my best competitors. And also if I'm shredded, photos of me shredded so that I could show these males that I know what I'm talking about. You know, if I am a woman that wants to attract women that are trying to grow their glutes, then it would make a lot of sense for me to post a lot of booty photos, a lot of like booty transformation, glute workouts, etc. You get where I'm going with this? So it's like, you don't need to be your avatar to attract them. That's number one. You just need to know what they're looking for, and you need to present that on social media. That's number one. Number two, you should talk to Doug Clark, because Doug Clark has a very similar story. His mom passed away, and that's why he started coaching women, is because he felt really deeply connected to his mission of helping women, because his mom died because of health complications. And so he wanted to help women that just be healthier in those ages. So that's number two. Number three is you already have all the data that you need, because you said 80% of your client roster is females. So get on a call with your 5 best clients and ask them what they were struggling with before they started working with you. Ask them what their goals were before they started working with you. Ask them why they got interested in health and fitness in the first place. Like, ask them these questions and get the data, and then that will give you like everything you need to start on your avatar. You can plug that into ChatGPT and ask them to expand on those answers, and now you've got content for fucking the next 3 months. Make sense?
Right. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Cole, do you have anything to add?
I was going to say the only other thing that I would say is also don't fix what isn't broken. How many clients do you have?
20.
You have 20. Obviously, the shit that you're doing right now is attracting those clients, right?
Right.
Like, this is a pretty big disconnect that I see from a lot of you guys. You will have a pivot in avatar, right? You will want to start attracting another avatar. But if your client base is currently the fucking avatar that you want to attract, and 90% of them is the avatar, look at what you're already posting, right? Like, okay, you want to target women now, but 90% of your clientele is already women, and the content that you're posting is pulling them in. So why would we make a big pivot? You guys do this shit all the time. You're like, oh, I'm targeting general public, but then like I noticed that like 90% of my clientele is fucking men that are working in an office. So I want to change that to my avatar. What do I post now? The same shit that you've been fucking posting to pull in the 90% of the clients that you have currently, right? Super simple. Don't overthink it. I know you got kicked out, Brandon.
But no, I know you've told me that like multiple times, and you're right every time. Like, don't fix what's not freaking broken. Don't don't throw a grenade in the business or anything like that. I was saying, you've told me this time and time again, and you're right every time. Not throw a grenade, not change anything here. That everything helps. This makes sense, guys. I got all my questions answered.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're calling it. Coach Mel, what is going on, girl?
Hey guys, Brian, watching you on stage, being with all those amazing people was so inspiring, and knowing that you were right where you were supposed to be and you manifested that and working for that was like wicked inspiring. So I appreciate you.
Hell yes. Thank you.
So this really isn't, I don't really have a question. I just wanted to say like how grateful I am, not only for this group, like being in the 10K mastermind has definitely changed my business, my life, everything. But the last like month I've been struggling somewhat like mentally, but realized that I was so focused on like numbers and what I needed to do in my business and my content, and kind of got away from, the impact, where I was always impact over income. And now that I've kind of realized that I just need to do what I've always been doing, work hard, put in the time, but then get back to the impact I've had in the last week. Like, so many women in my program and potential clients just reach out to me and like say how grateful they are for me. I had an awesome call with one of my clients today who said that she was so grateful to have me in her life because she's a realtor and she's a career woman, as she put it, and said that the mindset work and things that I do has changed her life completely, not just about losing weight and changing the number on the scale. And then I had another woman today who was a potential client, and it kind of brought everything life full circle. She came from my first ever online fitness coach. We both worked with him for about a month together. And she came to me today and said she just wanted a woman who understands being a mom and having a career and focusing on health and lifestyle and not just physique and a number on the scale. So just made me realize that everything I'm doing is making a difference and that I am making an impact, and that this group and you guys have completely changed my perspective on life and my career. And this was a slow month for me and I made $6,000. So I was upset about that for a while, but realized that's not too bad. So I just wanted to thank you guys.
Paul, you first.
You're welcome. I'm fucking proud of you. That's all I have to say. Good fucking job. Good perspective shift. I'm glad that you're looking at it in a different light now, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand the ebbs and flows of business. This is normal. All right. Going up and down is normal. Nobody ever grows at a linear pace straight up in the fucking air. You're going to see ups and downs. But the fact that you're like, oh, I'm pissed, I only made $6,000. And then you looked at it and you're like, well, I made $6,000. So that's still a lot of fucking money sitting in your computer chair at home doing what you love. That's a very cool feeling. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I have an alternative perspective. It's still a good job. And I also want to relate with you because the mindset of getting like, it's almost like, I feel like this is kind of how it goes. When we first start online coaching, we're not sure if it's going to work or not. And so we're like, I'm going to post online and maybe I'll get a client, maybe I'll get a few clients, whatever. And then all of a sudden we start getting clients. We're like, holy fuck, this is awesome. And like when we make enough money to start paying our bills, it's like we just get really excited about the clients that are like paying us. And like, I get to change these people's lives and I get paid for it. Like, this is super dope. And then when you're in the academy, especially when you're in the 10K mastermind and you realize how much money you can make, it is very common for us to get over focused on that and be like, oh, I'm going to make 10, 20, 30 grand.
Yep.
Because you can. Like that's like, those numbers are very possible. And I understand the mentality of like pushing for a higher income because I've also done that myself. And it's like, we always need to ground ourselves in the fact that like every business makes money, period. So feeling guilty about making money is stupid because every business on the fucking planet makes money. The house that you live in, you pay your landlord, like the electricity that you fucking run your computer when you listen to this podcast, or like the gas that you run this car, everything runs on money, period. So feeling guilty about money is stupid, but over focusing on money and then getting obsessed about money and then forgetting that the reason that you have the money is the clients is like, that's where it gets almost damaging. So good perspective shift. I relate with you. I resonate with you because I understand that. Second thing is I'm going to change some language that you said because you said, I only made 6K this month and you're speaking as if the month is over, but we still got 4 more days. So I'm just saying that there's still 4 more fucking days. And I don't know about you guys, but I personally have had some very successful days where I've made, decent amount of money in a couple of days and I've been able to change some people's lives and have them join my program so I can impact them on a deep level. And I think you need to open up your mind to that opportunity because there's still 4 more fucking days in this month. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not done. I just meant I should have said 6,000 so far this month.
That's the mindset I was looking for so far.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Go change some more people's lives. They need to hear your fucking message.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What's up, Xtine?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, honestly, I don't have a question. I just wanted to come on and kind of reconnect with you guys because I haven't been on podcasts in a while. But I'm just going to kind of get you up to date with kind of where I'm at. Last, I was like contemplating going back to work. I just want to give you guys an update. Since I was here last, I was thinking about going back to work, but I more than doubled my reoccurring. So I'm sitting at $24.50 a month, which I'm excited about that. So you guys, I'm not going back to work. Yeah, honestly, I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to come back and reconnect with you guys. I felt like I just kept coming on. I never had questions and I would just cry and wouldn't get me anywhere. So I was like, I'm just not going to show up for a little bit and just focus on getting shit done. And that's what I've been doing. So yeah, that's really all.
I love it. I have thoughts on this. Guys, when adversity strikes, you have 2 paths. All of you have 2 paths. This is for everyone. Path number 1, wave the white flag. Fucking quit. Going back to that fucking drugs that I used to use. Going back to that fucking alcohol that I used to drink. Going back to that job that I used to hate. I'm lonely. I'm going back to that partner that treated me like shit. When adversity strikes, you have 2 paths. Or path number 2 is you double the fuck down and you go all in. Because a lot of you guys aren't successful, not because you're not capable. You're not successful because you're not all in. You're half in, half out. And then when you're not getting the result, or you're all in for fucking 3 days and you're like, Brian and Cole, like, I've been posting on TikTok for 3 fucking days. I came to content audits 3 days ago. I implemented everything you said and I still haven't popped off. What the fuck?
I'm going to extend that timeline. Let's be realistic here because Brian's being nice. He said 3 days, but a lot of you guys are consistent for 6 months to a year and you think you deserve something because of that. Shut up. There have been people that have been consistent for 2 decades that still have not done anything with their lives, but they push every single day because they are grinding for a better future. Like, this is what it takes. At the end of the day, Brian said something at the beginning of this, and I typed in the chat box because I didn't want to interrupt him. The timeline is what you can't rush. Success becomes inevitable when you guys double the fuck down and work your ass off every single day, day in and day out. period, relentlessly, no fucking breaks, working through your feelings, grinding it the fuck out, no matter what's happening. But the timeline is the only thing you can't rush. So yes, success is inevitable, but it doesn't mean you're going to see success in a month just because you're working hard. Doesn't mean it's going to happen in a year just because you did the work. Like, you got to go. And when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Does that make sense, everybody?
Dude, and here's the fucking hard part about that for everybody. The hard part about that is you can try your best for a fucking year and still fail.
Yep.
And still fucking fail.
And you know why?
That's life.
You know why that is, everyone? Because your best isn't good enough. And that's a really hard thing to hear. And that's a really sucky thing to hear. But that's also a great thing to hear because it means you can improve. Because that's what life is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We could try our fucking asses off, post every single day, train clients, do every fucking right thing, follow the manual and the guide and the instructions step by step by step. And you're like, well, I did my best. Cool. You're not good enough yet. Sorry. That's how it is. Doesn't mean that you're never going to be good enough. It just means you're not good enough yet and you have room to improve. And guys, that's the beautiful thing about life. It's about growth.
You want to know my favorite part about speaking on stage in front of fucking 8,700 people? Is realizing that I crafted that motherfucker that stood on stage. I literally created him. Like, I was a fucking addict that lived in a trailer park, made no fucking money, and I was a fucking nobody, and my life was going to shit. I was doing drugs literally every single day, and I literally created the motherfucker that stood on stage and spoke in front of 8,700 people. I created him. I had no sales skills. I created it. I didn't know how to market on social media. I fucking learned. I created it. I created that motherfucker. And all of you guys can do that too. You're constantly creating and recreating yourself. You got to let go of who you used to be so you can step into who you are. Because I agree with Cole, you're not good enough yet. If you're good enough yet, you'd already be successful, which is why I said at the start of this podcast, the universe is going to give it to you when you're ready. Bet. Justin, what's up, King?
Hey, how are you? Just want to say amazing job this past weekend. I am so pumped for this weekend. It's going to be absolutely legendary.
Dude, I can't fucking wait. It's going to be lit. Thank you.
So this is a little bit of everything. This is Avatar. This is my tonality. And this is me saying that I love you guys so freaking much. And the best decision I've made is joining this community. I was on a mastermind call with Sam this past weekend, and she asked me why I help women. And the real reason I help women, the reason I chose women when I came here is because I couldn't help my son's mom. We got divorced. She died 2 months later. She drowned in a pool. And now my son wakes up every day without a mother. I have to live with that. I have to live with the fact that I tried to help her, but I couldn't. So that's why I picked women. So in my written content, I can write about this. I can write about this, but it's my video content when trying to help others with this that I fall flat on my face. I'm trying to kind of niche down to this and help people who may be struggling with this, but my tonality is way off. Like, I come right at you with this. Like, I don't have like a second gear. I watch you guys, I watch you, I watch Cole, and you guys are able to like take a step back and like be cool about it. And I'm like not able to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get my message out. I don't care if I piss people off. I'm fine with pissing people off. I just don't want to shame people, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
This is a Cole the Silva question.
Yeah, there's no such thing as shaming people. That's the first thing you need to understand. Also, are these people going to change if you don't, quote unquote, shame them? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly. Guys, I don't believe in fat shaming. I think it's a joke. All right. I think that entire mentality was made by weak individuals who don't want to take accountability for their actions. All right. I've been fat shamed. I've been drug shamed. I've been alcoholic shamed. I've been shamed for everything that I did bad in my past. And if it wasn't for that shit, I wouldn't be the person sitting in front of you. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, what is this? You keep saying, I want to help people with this. I couldn't help her. I want to help other people do the same. What's the this? Lose weight? What's the goal?
I would say get rid of their bad vices. Absolutely, destroying their family. And
what vice?
Alcohol.
So you need to become extremely educated on that subject. You also need to get educated on the repercussions of what happens when people don't cut out that subject. And then you need to be vulnerable in your explanation, a mix between vulnerability based off of your own experience and also attacking the shitty justifications that are currently going on in our world around alcohol. All right. I used to be one of those people, bro. I used to fucking think that alcohol was the fucking shit. I still to this day love alcohol, but I haven't drank in almost 2 years, by the way. Next month is going to be my 2-year fucking sobriety date. I'm fucking amped about that shit. But it was literally like, it reached a point where I was like, okay, I'm done. I cut it out. I fucking finally was sober for 100 days. And I was like, I'll never go back. Why? Because it's fucking poison in my body. Right. So now I fucking tell people what's going on. straight up. And it's not like I'm like, yo, Justin, and I'm coming at you hard on social media. I attack characteristics, traits, things that I see that I fucking despise. And if that offends you when you see my video, understand that I didn't say your fucking name. You never heard me say someone's name in one of my videos, ever. But if it offended you, the shoe fucking fits. Feel me?
Yeah, I absolutely do.
So you need to understand that you're going to feel off about creating content at the beginning because it's going to be a lot deeper than usual. All right. It's not going to be your surface level fucking bullshit. Here's 3 tips to lose weight, like every other coach in the world. But you also need to learn how to articulate yourself in the aspect of what's my why, what's my purpose, and what's the deeper meaning behind it. You need all that front of mind every single time you create a video. Every video has a purpose. Everybody write that down. Every video that I've created on my page, no matter what I am talking about, there is a purpose behind it. Either somebody said something that I disagree with, I've seen something that I don't align with, there is a quote that I really resonated with that I want to share with the world because I feel like more people need to hear it. There's a purpose behind everything I say, everything that comes out of my mouth. The reason why is because it makes it easier for me to create. Because if you're just going on the internet ranting about fucking nothing, yeah, you might feel off about some of your content and you might not align with it. Feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So vulnerability is key. Number 1, I need you to start sharing that story about your girl. Okay. If you're not sharing that, nobody's going to understand where you're coming from. Number 2, you need to share how it affected you and your kid in a deep way. Number 3, you need to share how it affected the family and why you stand on those fucking opinions. And number 4, you need to get deeply, deeply, deeply aligned with your purpose and your vision and then start expressing from that area. Deal?
Yeah, deal. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Boom. I love it. Also, thank you for all the love, Justin. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Excited to see you this weekend. Sammy, what up?
What up? How you guys doing?
Well, you already know. Best day of my motherfucking life.
Oh yeah, we love that energy. So when all of my clients are fucking on Coach AI, you guys heard me when I was like, oh my God, like I'm doing this switch. I got very, very ill last week. We think it was COVID and I still pushed through. They all started on Monday. But I came here to like keep myself accountable, but also get your guys' opinion because I don't want to just be going for the money and I do want to like serve strictly, you know? But at the same time, I told you guys, I was like, by October 1st, 10K Sammy is fucking here. So I'm looking for a way to like, I just keep hearing in my head, like use Coach AI. Like I put my heart and my soul into this platform. I had to like take a full 24 hours to myself yesterday because I felt so sick and just rest and recharge. So I'm struggling with like the boundary of like how to take time for myself. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. so I don't really want to wake up earlier if I'm honest. But struggling with that boundary of like taking that time for myself, but also going all fucking in. And I'm like, I just keep hearing like, just utilize Coach AI. So I've been posting it a lot and I've been like showing what my workouts look like. I've been my own client so that I can like post it on my story and social media.
You're asking us 2 different questions. So you're like, how do I take more time for myself? And then you're talking about Coach AI. I'm very confused about how those 2 things like line up.
Because I want to hit my goal and I want to go all in, but at the same time, doing that hasn't been working. Like I've been going all in and I've been draining myself. So they kind of correlate, but I guess they don't.
Cool. Go ahead.
Like, can I be very transparent with you, Sammy? Are you ready for it right now? Is everybody ready for the truth right now? I need to see some yeses in the chat. Buckle up because everybody's going to hear something you need to hear. Welcome to the fucking game. You guys think that like becoming an entrepreneur means you're never going to be stressed out, never going to be anxious, never going to be overwhelmed. Be you stressed right now, dog?
Not so much anymore, but I was fucking stressing yesterday.
Yeah. We got home. Holy fuck. We got another business that we got to deal with. We got more shit that we got to deal with. There's more things that fucking fall on our plate. This is entrepreneurship. What you're asking is how do I not go all in, but still achieve my income goals? You don't. You fucking don't. Now, you will if you want to extend your timeline, right? I'm not saying that you couldn't achieve it by October 1st by doing what you're doing right now, but what you literally just said is I'm tired. I don't want to ruin my balance. So how do I still hit 10K, but not go all in? What the fuck do you mean? Fuck your sleep. Go all in. If you guys want to be a big dog in this fucking entrepreneurial game, you got to go all in no matter what. This is what it fucking takes. And also understand that the word stressed, write it down in the chat right now. That word anxiety, write it down in the chat right now. And that word overwhelm are going to become your best fucking friends. They never go away. The more people you have in your business, the more you need to learn how to live with those fucking emotions that you are writing down. That's how it is. All right. You just become more resilient. You become more bulletproof. You become more aware of how you need to act and how you need to operate. So I'm just going to hold up a very firm mirror right now because I'm not going to allow you to say that to me. How do I not go all in and still hit 10K? Because I'm doing everything. Okay. Do more.
Okay.
You can't take a step back, but then take 2 steps forward. Does that make sense? Not in the timeline you're asking for. That's what I want to make very clear right now. You're like October 1st. It is September, 27th. We have how many days till October 1st? 5, 3, 4?
5.
You can't take a step back and be like, let's hope. What are you at income right now?
3,000.
3,000? You're not going to hit it. This is the truth. Not with that mindset. You feel me? Like, go all the fuck in for the next 3 days. You have a very good chance of hitting it. You could have a $10,000 day.
Okay.
All in. You set an income goal, you go all in. You guys can't play this half in, half out. I want you to put up your right hand, Sammy. Everybody do this exercise with me. This is important. All of you, everybody, put your fucking right hand up. Now close it like you make a fist. You just grabbed a vine, okay? We're fucking Tarzaning together. Cole Taylor did this. I loved it. I thought it was such a good explanation. So now you're flying through the trees, right? You're swinging, grab onto that other vine, put up your left hand, make a fist. What happens if you don't let go of the right hand? You stay in the same fucking place. You stop traveling from vine to vine. These are your goals. This is where you're fucking at. You got to let go of the old mindset in order to achieve this fucking goal. Feel me? There you go. Go ahead, B.
Spitting some facts, dog. I like your mentality towards this question. Sammy, you want to know what time I wake up at every day right now?
2:30.
2 o'clock every
Yep.
morning. I'm at the gym for 2:45, 3 o'clock. I do an hour workout. After my hour workout, I do an hour of cardio. Then I do 10 to 15 minutes of stretching. And then I start work around 5:30, 6 a.m. every day. Now, I actually don't tell you guys that because if I do, you guys might try to replicate that. But it's the reason I do it is because my vision is so fucking clear that getting out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning isn't hard for me. It's easy. See, a lot of you guys don't have a clear vision, or you're setting a goal because you think it would be cool to hit this goal for this certain reason, and you haven't actually identified with the goal and become obsessed with it. Like when you become obsessed with your goal and you become obsessed with the vision, you don't count the reps. Like Michael Jordan didn't ask himself, how many baskets do I need to shoot today in order for me to become a better basketball player? See, he was willing to put in the reps. And so in life, there really is, for me, there's 2 different paths, right? And there's a bunch of different paths that like align with these paths. And like Cole and I are talking about greatness here. Like we're talking about achieving greatness. And so if you're interested in achieving greatness, this advice is for you. And even if you're not interested in achieving greatness, but you want to head along the way, then this advice is still for you. You need to become so fucking obsessed with the goal that the amount of work that it takes to get there no longer becomes relevant. Like it does not matter what it takes. I've set the goal for summer shredding. I know what the fuck I'm there to do. And I will literally die on the sword to make it happen. And if I fail, it will not be because of my effort. That's important. Because the worst thing that you can do is at the end of the month, look back and be like, fuck, could have done that. Should have done that. Should have done that. I will literally leave no stone unturned in my pursuit of fucking excellence, period. That's the mentality. All in.
All in.
I agree. All in. And it's like, then dude, if you don't hit it, good for you. At least you can say that you went all in.
Yes. Because again, like everybody write this down in the chat, please. With this aligns with exactly what you said, B. Write this down. I wasn't good enough yet. I need you guys to understand that mindset. It's like, that's literally what I do at the end of each month. When I fucking failed the project and I was sitting in the hospital bed and I got a $25,000 bill, I just looked at it and I was like, I wasn't good enough yet. I need to get better. I need to get stronger. I need to get better at content. Nothing wrong with that shit. But like that regret that B just talked about, guys, B didn't just say that because like we think that we know what losing is like. B said that because we've been doing this shit for 8+ years and we both struggle with a drug addiction. We know what it's like to look back and be like, fuck my life. I just fell on my face.
Wish I wouldn't have.
Yeah. All in, Sammy.
Okay. Thank you guys.
That was a productive conversation.
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, okay.
If you got value from that, I want you to drop some fucking fire. And if you're listening to the podcast and you got value, let us fucking know. I want you to send us a DM. Let us know.
Screenshot that shit.
Bet. What's up, Bray?
Hey. How are you?
Absolutely fucking fantastic. How are you?
Good. I'm nervous.
Okay, go.
I'm genuinely scared to talk because I'm scared Cole's going to get mad at me.
I'm not going to say nothing. Go ahead. Take 3 deep breaths. We already had a conversation the other week. There's nothing here. Just take 3 deep breaths.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
In, out, in, out. And now look away from the camera and talk.
I don't know where I want to be when it comes down to my business, and it's like fucking stressful. Like I'm doing really, really well, but I don't necessarily know how hard I want to go, like comparing myself to you guys and like Janelle and Kirst and everyone like I know. you guys are obviously top dogs, and I've literally been only in this for 11 months. So I give myself grace. But there was one fucking call that Coach Caleb did, and he said, I don't necessarily want to be making X amount of money every single month. I am comfortable with hitting like 20 to 30K a month and enjoying my everyday life. Like, and I feel like that's kind of what I might want, but I don't really know. And I don't know if that's me just kind of like taking the easy way out either, because I'm hitting like this month I hit 17K in sales, and I'm like, that was actually relatively easy. And I know that sounds awful to fucking say. And like, I literally hate saying that out loud. Like, it was easy to hit $17,000. Like, that's fucked. That literally fucking blows my mind. But I don't know, like, what is a healthy boundary for me? Because like, with just like my fucking life, like what I have going on in my life. Does that make sense? Like, I don't necessarily know what I want to like cap myself at I know burnout isn't a word in Cole's language, but like I feel like it is in my life.
So listen, okay, a few things I want to dive into. B, did you want to say anything before I go off on this? Perfect. All right, number one, burnout is a word in my language due to the fact that I understand my purpose. Like, my vision is so clear, guys, that I can actually taste it. And not a lot of people can say that. I know Brian can, but who here actually understands their vision and knows their vision so clearly that they can taste the food they're eating in the house that they have in 25 years? Anybody here? Put up your hand. Like, this is the thing. If you don't know that, it's very hard for you to, again, quote unquote, discredit the word burnout like I do. Again, Brian called me this morning and he had like a little bit of a mental breakthrough. All right. And can you tell everybody what you said, B? I think that resonates really well here about the soul and the body.
So I'd made the decision that, so there's two different things, right? So to be inspired, the word inspired means in spirit, right? I'm inspired. I'm in spirit, meaning I can see myself in you. Like, I'm like inspired. So if I say the words, I am tired, that's not true because my body's tired. My spirit is unlimited. My spirit has unlimited potential. My spirit is the same spirit that Gary Vaynerchuk has, that Andy Frisella has, that fucking Ed Milet has. My spirit is unlimited. My body might be tired, but my spirit, my soul is unlimited. I can literally achieve anything I set my fucking mind to. Yeah. So I told Cole this morning, I'm like, I made the decision that today, like obviously yesterday I was like fucking identified with being tired. Tired is a mindset. And I agree with Cole. Like, tired is a mindset because it is a feeling that my body has. It is not what my spirit is. My spirit is never tired. My spirit is unlimited.
Yes.
Unlimited potential. I could literally achieve anything that I set my mind to. And so when I'm hearing you speak, Bray, it sounds to me like you're coming from your mind. You're coming from your ego.
Yes.
You're like, oh, where should I cap myself? Your spirit is unlimited. There's literally people that are in the $1 Million Mastermind that are making $50,000 a month. Like Nicole Troutman makes between 80 to 90K a month. And she works like fucking 3 to 4 hours a day sometimes because she set up her teams for success. Now, were there growth periods that came along with that? 100%. But you also go through growth periods. And once a month you come on pod chats and you're like, I'm so overwhelmed, I want to punch myself in the face. So like the growth period isn't like, it's like the game doesn't change the more money that you make. You just get more advanced, and new levels bring new devils. And it's like, if you want to keep staying at the level that you're at, then you can. I know you're going to get bored because you know you've tasted it.
I'm bored.
You've already tasted it. But like the issue that you're facing, and I know this because I know you, because we've been talking about this for a while, is you're just afraid of the next level, period. You want the next level, but you're afraid of it. You like want that, you want to take it, but you're like afraid. You're like, what if I don't want it? But you want it, but what if I don't want it? But then you meet Kirsten in person. You're like, I'm so inspired by you and I want to build something as big as you do. But then you go back in your house and your mind starts taking over and that fear starts creeping in. Fear is your mind.
Yes.
It's not your spirit. You could literally do anything you say your fucking mind to. That's your spirit. But your mind is like, but like, what if you can't? But what if you don't want it? But what if you're supposed to make 20K a month? But what if it's not for you? But what if Kirsten was lucky? But what if you're not lucky? And then there's a part of you that's like, go, like fucking go, take the reins off. What the fuck? Why are we waiting?
Yeah, exactly.
But Kirsten has a big following. Maybe that's why she did it and you can't.
When B said that, I was like, he needs to explain it to you guys because it gives a verbal explanation of why, again, I don't identify with burnout. You guys don't hear me say I'm fucking tired or exhausted or burnt out ever. And I might be. All right. I might literally stop a fucking call, sit down in a chair and pass the fuck out because my body is literally like fucking telling me I need to sleep. And I'm like, nope, we got goals to achieve, homie. Like, keep going. And it's because my spirit's focused on my fucking vision and my purpose. So I want to give you an exercise because, again, all right, I know that you thought I was going to get mad at you because we had a conversation over voice note over text a couple of days ago. Be literally saying what you just said verbatim. Once a month, you're struggling, you're coming and you're freaking the fuck out. And like, we got to make sure that you're okay. Now, with this, I want you to do an exercise. I want you to write this down, Bray. You're going to do 3 things.
Okay.
All right. And it's called past, present, future. I want everybody to do this shit if you need a little bit of clarity. Number 1, you're going to assess where you were before you started this journey, who you used to be. All right. And how you showed up on a daily basis for your health, wealth, and relationship goals. Let's say 6 months ago. That's your past. Assess where you were 6 months ago, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. All right. How did you feel health, wealth, and relationship wise? Then you're going to look at yourself now and you're going to break down your why and your purpose, but it's got to be deep. You see, a lot of people are like, oh, I just want to make money. Okay, dope. Well, when you start making a little bit of money, then you figure out that it's very fucking boring and you could do it on autopilot, which Bray, you're doing right now. And by the way, don't ever say that it's disgusting or it's a horrible thing to say that you can easily make $17,000. That's just how you get when you level up.
But it's also interesting how you shame yourself for being successful.
Agreed. Yeah. You got to check that shit. So deep depth for the present. And then for the future, create a vision, all right? Either a vision board or something that you can visually see and touch.
Yeah.
All right. And make it so fucking real for what you want to achieve in the next year. We'll keep it a year because it's very easy for you guys to look a year out. All right. On everything you want, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Past, present, future. That's your homework.
Okay.
The next thing is you're going to do something called an alignment board, or an alignment decision. What that means is every decision you make moving forward, if it is not in alignment with that vision board, you don't do it, or you do it. So you get an opportunity for the next level in PT Dom, or you get an opportunity to do a collaboration with somebody, or you get an opportunity to fucking speak on a stage or do a podcast. You look at your vision board and you're like, is it going to get me to there? Well, here it says I want to make $100,000 a month on that board. All right. Do I need to do this then? Yes. Okay, cool. It doesn't matter if you're fucking crying. You do the fucking decision because you said you wanted to achieve it. It's on the board. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you rate how you were in the past, you assess where you are in the present, and then you paint the vision for where you want to be in the future. And then every decision you guys fucking make from now until the end of the year, all right, based off of your month timeline, obviously not in a month and a half when fucking 2023 ends. All right. But at the end of the year, you go off of that decision board. Feel me?
Yeah. I completed my vision board for 2023, like 6 months into the year.
What's it say?
No, she's already done it. She's already done it.
I ripped it apart already. I just didn't create a new one.
You ripped it apart. See?
Yeah, 'cause
This,
I
no,
accomplished
no.
everything.
Now you listen, okay? You're like, what the fuck's the point of running the race if you're like gonna shit on yourself at the finish line?
I didn't rip it, but
I don't care. Fucking keep it somewhere. It's a memoir. You literally achieved every single goal that you set for yourself.
okay.
Go fucking do something nice for yourself. I'm serious. Go buy a nice like fucking watch or like expensive outfit and like remember, like have it be like a representation. The reason I bought the Lambo is because I'm like, I'm a bad bitch. I fucking built this shit from fucking nothing. It literally came from a trailer park. And every time I drive my Lamborghini, I'm like, I'm a fucking bad motherfucker.
Yep.
You need to celebrate that shit, man. Like you're like, oh, I feel so fucking guilty. Every time I talk about making 17K, I ripped apart my vision board. It's like you're so afraid of success.
Yeah. Okay.
Go celebrate yourself. Fucking do something nice for yourself and start treating yourself like a fucking bad bee. Straight up.
Has anybody else here like bought something for themselves, making the money that they're making? Put up your hand if you bought something nice for yourself in the last 6 months.
Go
Right, that's
fucking
completely-
treat yourself to some shit. Okay.
Okay. I haven't
Guys,
done
there
one.
we go, Matt. There we go. Bought your Rolex. Fucking there we go.
Your
Like,
walls are empty. So put some shit on your walls. It's expensive. Because
yeah, you're walking past a bunch of white, empty
fucking put some stuff
hospital
on your
walls.
walls. You're rich now. Okay. Spend some.
some lighting.
No, that's fucking for your business. Go get some nice shit for your house. Okay. Do something nice for
Okay.
yourself.
That's something I want to do, so I'll do that.
Okay. Good.
That's funny.
That is fucking funny. I like it. Bray, last thing I'm going to say, this is the last call that you come on that you're the same fucking version of yourself. It's time to level up. You've been the same fucking person for the last 3 to 6 months, making good money, but struggling. It's time you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, let's fucking go. We're not playing this fucking game anymore. I'm dead ass. I hope that hits. I'm fucking not done, Cole. I hope that hits. You're doing good, but you're stuck at the same level. And we both know you are, which is why you were afraid to come on the call. This is the last call that you're allowed to come on where you're still the same fucking person. Hit the next fucking level. I believe in you.
No, get no fucking sinking down like that. Arms out. Me and you had a conversation. You got to learn how to accept this shit. Arms out, Bray. You got to feel the emotion. All right. You need to understand that when people give you feedback like this, it's not coming from an intense place. All right. It's coming from a loving place. Arms out. I'm not gonna let you shell up. Guys, this is how you got to start taking feedback. All right. As soon as you start feel your body start to like, it's like panicky and shit. Open arms. It's like this. Bet.
Matthew Sloper, Rebecca Taggart, Lewis, and Taylor Hinton. You're gonna have to post in your respective groups because I have a hard out. I will respond to the video. I'll make sure I get your question answered with the video, but I got a hard out at 11. John Chow, short and sweet. Let's hit it, King.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. I actually don't have a question. Just remembered we had a conversation about hitting a certain goal by December. I hit it this month. I hit from February making $0 online. I'm now making 5K. And
yes, bro.
Yeah, just put my head down, do the fucking work.
How does that feel?
Fucking good. And I'm still not done. I still have a couple of days left and make some more money.
Bro,
change some more lives.
That's fucking amazing. Fuck yes, bro. I appreciate you.
Yep.
That's gangster.
That's it.
I love it.
Fuck, super appreciative.
I love it, brother. I fucking love it.
And I got a ticket for the virtual event, so I'll see you guys there.
My fucking man. I'm telling you guys, I like my speech alone. I know that Cole's speech is good. I put in a fuckload of time to my speech, and I know that Cole's been working his ass off in his, so it is 100% going to be worth it. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let's go. Matt Sloper, I will answer with a video. Becca Taggart, I will answer with a video. Lewis, I will answer with a video. Taylor, I will answer with a video. Make sure you post in the group, tag me, and if you could also send it to me on Messenger, that would be great, so I don't forget. Cole, where do they find you, bro?
Wake Up with the Wolf podcast or Cole Lewis to sell what about you.
And you can find me at the Change Eyes Make Money Online Trainer podcast or Brian Mark on YouTube. 3 vlogs a week. You guys are going to love it. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.